Hey guys, Drifter here. I have an MW3 Chaos Mode video for you today. I'm playing with J-Hub. You can see his gameplay in the top right hand corner. I thought it'd be a good idea to add it because he had it on his channel. It was easy to grab, and this is a co-op game mode. You really need some friends or some teammates or somebody to help you out, so it kind of makes sense to add his gameplay. You can see how we work together here. If you click the little annotation over that video, it'll go straight to his channel where there is a live commentary version of this, which I can assure you is not quite as exciting as this commentary is going to be, because we were pretty quiet up until near the end where we were all dying and being chased by juggernauts and there was lots and lots of screaming. But that's not the point of this commentary. This is the so-called big announcement video that I talked about in my previous commentary, Stranger at the End, which was great. If you haven't seen it, you should totally check it out. And I guess without any sort of further ado, I should make that announcement. And that announcement is I have decided to forego any kind of real job in my life and try to make a career in gaming. And you may not think that's the biggest announcement ever. Probably many of you were expecting a baby or divorce or just something like somebody died or something crazy like that. But this is a big deal for me. I've got 2 different degrees and I've decided to use neither of them and step into the gaming arena. I'm going to work in the gaming industry and try to make a career out of playing video games. That sounds crazy, but that's what I want to do. I talked to my wife about this a few nights ago and she was surprisingly supportive. I didn't honestly think that she would be the biggest fan of this idea, especially since she decided to stay here in Mississippi when she really didn't want to, so that I could get these degrees that I won't be using, and especially because she's a nurse and she has to work really hard cleaning people's butts and stuff like that for her income, whereas I can play video games. But she was really happy. She said if I do something that makes me happy and I can still support her and take care of the family, because I will eventually have kids, then that's totally fine with her. But I get to be the house husband. I'll be doing all the daddy daycare and cooking and cleaning and that sort of stuff, so I guess that's all right. But gameplay commentary has turned into something completely awesome for me. If you'd asked me a year ago if I'd ever do a career in gaming, I would say no. But in the last year, this channel has grown almost 100,000 subscribers, probably something like 90,000. It's completely exploded. All of you guys have helped me a lot. Hell, you guys bought me a new computer when I was so poor I could barely afford to pay my rent, and you donated money to help me buy a new computer so I could get back on to do this. And I'd like to say thank you to all of you, every single subscriber. I know I've pissed some of you off. I've been argumentative. I've made videos that you don't like, but at the end of the day, you've all been here for me and been very supportive, and I'm really glad for that. And my life is just taking a strange path right now. I originally went to college to get a degree in engineering, and I learned a lot as an engineer. My engineer education is background is probably the I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. The pillar of my education. As an engineer, I learned more than I would have or could have in any other major at any other college. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. Even though I might not be using it specifically, I still use it every day in order to break down a problem analytically. It helps me make in-depth reviews. But I got kind of tired of the engineer game. I was a little bit worried about never being promoted or spending my entire life working on a computer. You can do gaming, spend your entire life working on a computer, but working on CAD programs and being kind of an input-output monkey. Like, design this engine for me, redo this screw, blah, blah, blah. And that got a little scary. So I moved into business management at my school. I got into the MBA program. And I like that a little bit better. It's a little bit more creative kind of work, but it got a little bit distasteful because some of the things that they taught you to do were good business practices, felt a little bit dishonest. That wasn't as scary as the engineer thing, but I wasn't really feeling it. And at the same time, this channel just exploded and took off, and I had an opportunity to just do this and keep doing it, and I felt like it. Doing this gaming thing here, I would not say that the money that I make from YouTube with all the little sponsorships and the tiny little pop-up ads is really great or anything at this point, but it's more than enough for me to live off of, especially with my wife being a nurse and her incomes combined. It's definitely enough for us to buy a house, not like in cash, but get a proper mortgage and, mortgage, the death contract is Latin, I think it's what it's called, and live well. And we're going to try to do that. And it might not make as much money as an engineer in the long run. I really think it could. But would you rather work half as hard and live well and enjoy your time, or work a job that you don't like and have a lot of money? I decided to work half as hard and kind of enjoy my life and see where this takes. Who knows, it might blow up. I might become PewDiePie in 2 weeks, even though that seems highly improbable. And what this means for you guys is that the content on this channel is going to get better. I'm not going to say there's more content, because I do push pretty hard for content, but with no competing interests, no job, no school, none of that sort of stuff, I believe I can make the content genuinely better. I can make in-depth more in-depth. I won't have as many mistakes. I can run the hours I would like to run. I won't have to rush to make videos, which would hopefully mean less mistakes. I think I'm going to start a second channel for live streaming soon, because if I get good internet, there's no reason I just can't live stream every other day and enjoy it. But I don't want to kind of spam you all with live streams on this channel. I'll be at gaming events. I'm going to PAX. I can afford to go to PAX now. I've never been to any sort of gaming event in my life, and you're like, oh, so what? It's a convention. I live in Mississippi. There is nothing exciting in Mississippi. This is a big deal for me to get to go somewhere even remotely cool. I think that's really great, and I might pick up 1 or 2 more sponsorships, as long as people are okay with me being honest about their products and telling, you know, you guys the bad things about them. Like the Scuff review. The Scuff people are pretty good. They're okay with me saying I don't like things about Scuff controllers, and I do. Speaking of sponsors, Gamma Labs has kind of released me from posting videos on this channel. They like the content, but they want me to post it on the Gamma Gamers TV channel. What they're trying to do is, instead of pushing energy drink sales, they're doing a value added. They're going to try to do more of the gunship things and make their channel cooler. So I made a video for them called Playing the Devil's Advocate, Why Kill Streaks Are a Good Thing, where I argue the point of why kill streaks are good, and it's up on that channel. The little link is up there on the screen right now. You can check that out. Also, I will probably be moving to Dallas before the end of the year. Me and my wife can really move anywhere because she's a nurse and I play video games, so we can really do that anywhere. But she's got some family in Dallas. I've got some family in Dallas. They have good houses in Dallas that we can afford, and Dallas just seems logical and probable. We also thought about Flagstaff, Portland. We looked at some mega cities, New York, LA, that sort of thing. They were really, really expensive. Dallas is still very, very cheap. So we're thinking about moving there. And I'm just going to ride this thing out. I thought about retiring from YouTube, from completely quitting and getting a so-called real job or doing this full-time. And everybody I talk to are like, look, if you can make a living doing what you like, even if maybe if it's not as much money, then why not do it? Why not just ride it out and see where it goes? You've got more than enough money to take care of yourself and your wife, and just enjoy it. So I'm going to ride out this complete wave of chaos, this YouTube commentary thing that didn't exist 2 years ago, that now people are living off of, and I'm going to see what happens. I want to see what's over the next wave, what's over the next crest, and hopefully it's a good thing. Even if it's a bad thing, I've got 2 excellent degrees. I'm a very employable individual, so I don't believe I'm going to be going broke or starving anytime soon. Let's just hope that's not the case. The gameplay here is going to be wrapping up soon. I think this was our first game we played together. Me and J-Hub never really managed to beat the score that we got on our first game, but it's still really fun to play, and this was one of the few games that I did better than him. I'd highly recommend you check out his channel because he has much better gameplay than me and good commentary to go with it. I wish I could just kind of steal his gameplay, but it doesn't really work out that way for me. You just click the little annotation up there in the top right and go check out J-Hub. Actually burned through my topics a little bit fast here. Not sure what I'm left to say, except that in Chaos Mode it really pisses me off when people fall down flat on their face and they're not dead and they stop me from walking around. Yep, I think we both got killed by the same grenade there. 138 to 116. Oh yeah. Drifter out.